जय राधा माधवा कुंज विहारी।
जय राधा माधवा कुंज विहारी।
जय राधा माधवा कुंज विहारी। गोपी जन वल्लभा गिरिवरधारी।
गोपी जन वल्लभा गिरिवरधारी।
जय राधा माधवा कुंज विहारी। यशोदनंदन ब्रज जन रंजन। जमुना तीरावनचारी। यमुना तीरावनचारी। जय राधा माधवा कुंज विहारी। जय राधा माधवा कुंज विहारी। जय राधा माधवा कुंज विहारी। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैता गदाधर श्रीवासदि गौर भक्तवृंद। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैता गदाधर श्रीवासदि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। जय राधा श्याम सुंदर राधा श्याम सुंदर राधे।
जय राधा श्याम सुंदर राधा श्याम सुंदर राधे।
जय प्रभुपदा जय प्रभुपदा जय प्रभुपदा जय प्रभुपदा
जय प्रभुपदा जय प्रभुपदा जय प्रभुपदा जय प्रभुपदा।
हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल नित्य गौर हरि बोल
नित्य गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल नित्य गौर हरि बोल।
जय ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्राजाचार्य अष्टोत्तर शत श्री श्रीमद अभय चन्नारविंद भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी श्रील प्रभुपाद की अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की इस्कॉन गुरु वृंद की ग्रंथराज श्रीमद भागवतम की गौर प्रेमानंदे। All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to Shri Guru and Guru. All glories to Srila Prabhupada ki. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
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 Narayanam Namaskritya
Narayanam Namaskritya
Naram Chaiva Narottamam
Naram Chaiva Narottamam
Devim Saraswatim Vyasam
Devim Saraswatim Vyasam
Tato Jayamudiraye
Tato Jayamudiraye
Nashtaprayeshu Abhadreshu
Nashtaprayeshu Abhadreshu
Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya
Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya
Bhagavati Uttama Shloke
Bhagavati Uttama Shloke
Bhaktir Bhavati Naistiki.
Bhaktir Bhavati Naistiki.
Reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 10, Samam Bonam, Chapter 46. Uddhava visits Vrindavana, Text 25. Tala Trayam Maha Saram Dhanur Yastim Ivebha Rat Bhavan Jayakena Hastena Saptaham Adadhad Girim. Please repeat. Talatrayam Mahasaram
Talatrayam Mahasaram
Dhanuryastim Ive Bharat
Dhanuryastim Ive Bharat
Bhavan Jaykena Hastena
Bhavanjayakena Hastena
Saptaham Adadhad Girim.
Saptaham Adadhad Girim.
Talatrayam Mahasaram
Talatrayam Mahasaram
Dhanuryastim Ive Bharat
Dhanuryastim Ive Bharat
Bhavan Jaykena Hastena
Bhavanjayakena Hastena
Saptaham Adadhad Girim.
Saptaham Adadhad Girim.
Talatrayam Mahasaram
Talatrayam Mahasaram
Dhanuryastim Ive Bharat
Dhanuryastim Ive Bharat
Bhavan Jaykena Hastena
Bhavanjayakena Hastena
Saptaham Adadhad Girim.
Saptaham Adadhad Girim.
Talatrayam Mahasaram
Talatrayam Mahasaram
Dhanuryastim Ive Bharat
Dhanuryastim Ive Bharat
Bhavanjayakena Hastena
Bhavanjayakena Hastena
Saptaham Adadhad Girim.
Saptaham Adadhad Girim.
Talatrayam Mahasaram
Talatrayam Mahasaram
Dhanuryastim Ive Bharat
Dhanuryastim Ive Bharat
Bhavanjayakena Hastena
Bhavanjayakena Hastena
Saptaham Adadhad Girim.
Saptaham Adadhad Girim.
Talatrayam Mahasaram
Talatrayam Mahasaram
Dhanuryastim Ive Bharat
Dhanuryastim Ive Bharat
Bhavanjayakena Hastena
Bhavanjayakena Hastena
Saptaham Adadhad Girim.
Saptaham Adadhad Girim.
Talatrayam Mahasaram Talatrayam Mahasaram Dhanuryastim Ive Bharat
Dhanuryastim Ive Bharat
Bhavan Jaykena Hastena
Bhavanjayakena Hastena सप्ताहम् अदधाद्गिरिम्
तालत्रयं महासारं
तालत्रयम् महासारम्
धनुर्यष्टिम् इवेवरात्
धनुर्यष्टिमिवेवरात्
बलञ्जयकेन हस्तेन
बलञ्जयकेन हस्तेन
सप्ताहम् अदधाद्गिरिम्
सप्ताहम् अदधाद्गिरिम्
तालत्रयं महासारं
तालत्रयम् महासारम्
धनुर्यष्टिमिवेवरात्
धनुर्यष्टिमिवेवरात्
बलञ्जयकेन हस्तेन
सप्ताहम् अदधाद्गिरिम्. Word to word translation, please repeat. Talatrayam, as long as three palm trees. Mahasaram, extremely solid. Dhanu, the bow. Yastim, a stick. Eva, as. Ibharat, a royal elephant. Babanja, he broke. Ekena, with one. Hastena, hand. Saptaham, for 7 days. Adadhat, held. Girim, a mountain. Translation and purport by the followers of His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki. Translation. With the ease of a royal elephant breaking a stick, Krishna broke a powerful giant bow 3 talas long. He also held a mountain aloft for 7 days with just one hand. Please repeat. With the ease of a royal elephant breaking a stick, Krishna broke a powerful giant blow 3 talas long. He also held a mountain aloft for 7 days with just one hand. Purport. According to Acharya Vishwanatha, a tala, palm tree, is a measurement of about 60 hastas or 90 feet. Thus, the great bow Krishna broke was 270 feet long. Hare Krishna. Here Nanda Maharaj is telling to Uddhava, who has brought the message from Mathura. He has brought the message of Krishna and Balrama to Vrindavana, to Nanda Maharaj. So Nanda Maharaj, when he received Uddhava, and then when he is expressing his feelings and asking about the whereabouts of Krishna and Balrama in Mathura, whom they have left and come, at the request or at the saying of Krishna that I will take care of the relatives and friends of yours here, and please proceed with Gopals to Vrindavana back. So with a heavy heart, when Nanda Maharaj and the other cohort men of Vrindavana came back from Mathura, leaving Krishna and Balrama there with their advice, now Krishna has sent Uddhava, his cousin, to Nanda Maharaj with the message of well-being here. Now Nanda Maharaj is receiving Uddhava. And when he received, he is talking about all the whereabouts of Krishna, how he used to play here, and all the remembrances of Krishna he is telling. And in this particular shloka, Krishna is being mentioned by Nanda Maharaj for the pastimes of two. One from Mathura and another from Vrindavan. One Mathura, definitely when Krishna went there, and before the episode of Kolai Pida, the elephant, when Krishna broke the bow. And the second one is Govardhana. So this is, Srila Prabhupada calls it as Lela Smarana. Lela Smarana. So here Nanda Maharaj is remembering, he is remembering the various pastimes of Krishna. Various pastimes of Krishna, and then asking about Krishna as such. Nanda Maharaj, one by one pastimes, Lela Smarana, he is talking. From forest fire to different asuras who have come from Mathura, on the saying of Kamsa, and how Krishna protected them all. One side he is talking about the protection, how Krishna has given the protection to them. At the same time, he is also talking about the amazing and mesmerizing, blissful physical features of Krishna and Balarama also. He is talking about Krishna's side lock, the smile, his features. He is talking about that too. Third, he is also talking about the various locations, how the imprints of Krishna were there, or how Krishna has left his imprints there on it. So in this way, Nanda Maharaj is giving Lela Smarana in front of Uddhava as such. Now, we will take two of the pastimes what Nanda Maharaj is glorifying here, remembering him, and then we will see the peripherals, how Krishna is keeping the promise as such when he says that I will come back. I will come back. When he said I will come back, when Akrura came and he was taking Krishna and Balarama away to Mathura on the saying of Kamsa, Krishna consoles the gopis who stops the chariot, and Krishna consoles that I will come back. I'll finish off the business and I'll come back. But instead of coming back, here he has sent a message as such. So we'll see the various. So in a way, if we see that it's a breaking of the promise, But how? We will see from a perspective of expert devotees, and particularly Srila Prabhupada, what he says on this aspect. But before that, on the shloka, today's shloka, when Krishna's Leelas, Leela Smarana through Nanda Maharaj is talking about two episodes here. One is breaking of the bow and another is Govardhan. Here it is said that Talatrayam. So Tala is as long as 3 palm trees. So 3 palm trees we see. Now palm tree, when we see that bow what was being made, when Krishna and Balarama were invited to Mathura, it was on the context of this bow ceremony only. We have seen that he said, because it's a grand bow ceremony is happening, so we are inviting you. And within bracket, everybody knows why he has been invited. Okay. So Akrura knows, Akrura was being given the full, because he is a confidential expert minister in the court of Kamsa. So Kamsa calls Akrura and he gives the briefing that this is my plan. You tell them, and you are, first he glorifies Akrura. You are so and so. Okay, you can do any work, whatever been bestowed to you. So Akrura, being a pure devotee, he knows how to act in front of a Durjana. He did not become too puffed up, or he did not get dejected that how can you call two kids, not even adults, and want to kill. So he did not. That's why Acharya says, Krishna Bhakta Ati Chatura. So the person who is a Bhakta of Krishna is a clever also. Here we see Akrura did not respond. He said, so he accepted, and as Kamsa told, you are one of the best ministers in the dynasty, in our dynasty, and whichever task is given to you, it is always fulfilled. Because Kamsa is seeing here that whatever task he has given to his demon friends and demonic people who were in the court, none of them could able to succeed. Whether in a physical way or in whatever way, they were not able to succeed. Now Kamsa is taking a different turn to kill Krishna and Balarama. So here Akrura has been made a mediator. So Akrura is being told that you go to Vrindavana and tell that there is a grand festival, bow ceremony is happening, and for that we are inviting Krishna and Balram. And Nanda Maharaj accepts it, although he knows why it is been, because that under their district or their place comes under that particular kingdom, and since Kamsa is the main authority, administrative authority, and when he calls they have to go. Okay, and if they don't go, then the repercussions will be on whole Vrindavana as such. So being an intelligent man, at the same time for a pious religious activities which Nanda Maharaj, so he obeys and they fills everything and they go. Now when they have come here, we see that for the bow ceremony particularly only they have brought. When Akrura is taking Krishna and Balrama, so other cowherd men also they accompany, because their master is going, the herd master is going, the leader of that particular community is going, and they have to give in the form of gifts. So they take lots of milk and milk products on their cowherd vehicles, whatever they have, and they take it. So it is going in a convoy, as we say, the convoy, the front convoy, middle and the last one. So it went. So before Krishna and Balrama reaches on the chariot of Akrura, the front convoy has already reached and they have stopped at the entrance, at the outskirts of Mathura, near Udyan garden, and they made arrangements for Krishna and Balrama to arrive. When Krishna and Balrama arrives there, they take rest and they tell Akrura that thank you so much, we have reached here, we will meet you, you can go and take rest, and you can say your Kamsa also that we have reached. Akrura with a heavy heart, because till now he was having the association of Krishna and Balrama, now he has to go, but still it's the order of Krishna, so he leaves, and Krishna promised that I will come to your house. So he leaves. Now once Krishna and Balrama are here and they wanted to see Mathura, on the streets they started, and different pastimes it happened. That Kubja's pastime it has happened, and different pastimes were happening. And one of the pastimes in this shloka is that Talatrayam, that bow. This bow is made up of 3 palm trees, they say. That means it is quite strong enough. Both on the prestige that whether you can lift it, whether you can tie that rope for that, then you are successful. Otherwise, somewhere ashamed. So it was a point that Krishna has done this, Krishna has done that. The glorification was happening all around, and with the demonic nature of Kamsa, he was not liking this. So he wanted to break that glorification. So he made a bow of 3 palm trees, and we know what's the palm tree as such. And back in India, we see palm tree is used for each and everything in the farming community. Whether it's a bullock cart, it will be made, that thing will be made. If it is a Taj house as a hut, the main pillar will be of palm itself. If it is a leaf can be used in various ways as such. Again, anything can be used in the modes of material nature, 3 modes. You have goodness, ignorance and passion. So same tar tree can be used in that way. If the leaf is used for writing scriptures, they have used it as a book page earlier. So it's a sattvic as such. Then if a bow is made like this as thing, so mode of passion as a protection or a defense as such. And we know tadi, that liquid, what it is there, it's for intoxication in the form of ignorance as such. So anything can be used in 3 gunas as such. We'll take this gunas and the incarnation of these gunas a bit later. First we'll finish off this bow ceremony as such. So Krishna as Balrama, so when they are on the streets of Mathura, exploring Mathura, the people from Mathura have climbed the roofs to see these 2 people. When Krishna is walking, they are feeling like a royal elephant as such is taking a turn, and to see that form, they have left their work and come. I remember in childhood days, it's village only, village one. When some aeroplane comes, even the lady who is cooking, she will leave and she will come to see them. Oh, what craft! And they will see the finger, and somewhere it will be there. And when we go to some mela, Tirupati or any pilgrimage, the children will buy that binocular, durbin. Durbin. With that durbin, they will see where is that aeroplane. Even the ladies who are feeding their husbands leave that and come and see the aeroplane. Where is that? So that is the excitement of seeing something new or amazing thing. So here, Mathura people, the ladies of Mathura, they have left their work. They have climbed on the roofs and seen Krishna and Balarama. Krishna and Balarama are walking on the street, and different pastimes we have discussed Kubja and other. Now what they have done is, if you participate in a sport, it's clear that the invitation of Krishna and Balarama is given for a bow ceremony. And within bracket, it was of the assassination, you can say, or killing of Krishna and Balarama. But if they go as such, through the Kamsa, if they go on a particular day when the ceremony is there and a person enters there and do whatever the sport has to be done, it's a decent one. But Krishna doesn't want to do in that form. Krishna doesn't want to do in that form. Krishna wanted to take a shortcut as such. Not that Muhurata, what Kamsa has said, not through the gate, what Kamsa has said. These two brothers, they are on the street, and without any information, the guards who were there, they pushed the guards, they broke the gate, went inside, took the bow and broke it. No ceremony at all. So that breaking of the bow is breaking of the heart of Kamsa as such, and the minds of itself. His whole courage has broken down. Leave the path. It's a psychology, the war or the battle as such. When we say, it is not the fighting of the battle as such. Before the battle itself, they have defeated Kamsa as such. In fact, Acharya says that by doing this pastime, Krishna also wanted to give at least one more chance, last chance, that Kamsa will understand and he will go down. But because of the ego and because of other demonic nature, he did not do like that. That is from a psychological point of view. But at the same time, he sees that the guards could not able to, so many guards could not able to stop Krishna, and he has lifted and broken the bow without any notice and without any ceremony as such. Now, once this pastime has happened, then Nand Maharaj is remembering about Govardhana Leela also. And in this Govardhan Leela, he is talking that Saptaham Adadihad Girim. Girim is a mountain, and Saptaham, on a single hand for 7 days, he has kept it like that. And we have seen a beautiful part happens here, that Krishna on his little finger on left hand side, when he has lifted Govardhana as such. So different angles people see it. Different angles they see it. In one of the class, Prabhu was talking, what is the reaction of Duryodhana as such? Duryodhana was saying many things about Krishna as such, and when it comes to this Govardhana, he says, we have that gobar, the cow dung, they call cow dung cakes. What's there? He has lifted one cow dung cake, and people say that he has lifted the mountain. Okay, who is his mother? He has drunk milk here, there. In that way, Duryodhana says about it. Now, here, motherly feeling. 7 days, my Kana has not eaten anything. So, mathematics, 7, 8, 56. So, 56 bhog. Okay. So, Yashoda Mati, she thought that 7 days he has not eaten anything. And 8 times she used to feed Krishna. So, she multiplied 8, 7, 56. So, she made 56 bhog, 56 items. And that's how whenever any auspicious occasion is there, the number of 56 comes for making bhoga as such. From a culinary point of view, if somebody sees that any food, even food science, anything what you have made 4 hours, it has a shelf life. After that, it has to be discarded. Provided that if after 2 hours, if you refrigerate it, you can again heat it to 64 degrees or 70 degrees and you can heat it as such. But here also they are following the same 3 hours multiplied by 3 8 are 24, so 24 hours, 8 times Krishna used to give. In fact, here also we give multiple times different bhogas to Krishna. Now, in Chapan Bhog, this way it came. But one pastime of Krishna as such, each pastime of Krishna, it has different roots as such. He will combine many things into one and he expresses it. So in Govardhana hill also, the Leela, Govardhana Leela, when he has lifted it, there are many things comes into it, and the way people see on it. If he want to lift, let him lift like a Hanuman, like this, okay, or let him lift it like this. Srila Prabhupada, when he was talking, in India, if we see, there is something called Atlas Gold Line Cycle. Atlas Cycle. There are two good brands. One is Hero and another is Atlas in 90s and 2000 if we see. So in Atlas, one Greek god is there whose picture will be there on Atlas. And that Greek god or whatever we see, he will be lifting the globe like this. One globe will be there and he will be lifting like this. So Srila Prabhupada sees this and they say that he is the god, and see our god, Krishna, who lifts with one finger. And this man could not lift the whole globe only. So he compares with that here. So here they say that Krishna, if he wants to lift, he could have lifted with both the hands, or like at least like Hanuman like this. But see how arrogant he is. How arrogant. He is just lifting and showing his power. That's how some people think about it. And finger also, okay, one finger, two finger, big finger, thumb. No, little finger, and that to left hand side. So people think in that way. The devotees think that he can lift the only Govardhan on a little finger, so how powerful he is. In different dimensions they think it. Now comes the water, the torrential rains, the catastrophic rains what Indra has sent to subdue this particular Govardhana episode. We have seen that it was like a pillars of rain it was coming up. So where that water was going? So one is Sudarshana Chakra as such, it was rotating and it was evaporating the water and it was happening. But there is another episode also here, as we were seeing, that each episode of Krishna's Leela has many dimensions, many roots attached to it. So one of the root comes to Kumbhaj Muni. So as we are listening to Bhagavatam class, same like Shiva is a purest devotee of Krishna, and he always talks about Vishnu to his consort Parvati Devi. So for Parvati Devi also he was talking about Bhagavatam, glorification of Krishna, and knowingly, unknowingly he was talking about the glories of Prasadam, accepting Prasadam or feeding the Vaishnavas. Feeding Vaishnavas is so glorious. He was talking on those subjects. So as such, Parvati also got inspired. As we call some Vaishnavas to house, we feed Prasadam. In the same way, Parvati also thought, I will also call Vaishnavas and I will feed to them. So she calls Kumbhaja Muni. Invitation gone, Kumbhaja Muni accepted, and he was to come. And then she told Shiva, Lord Shiva, saying that, a Vaishnava is coming to our house. He said, Vaishnava, that's good. But anyhow, then Shiva thought, ki Vaishnava, who is coming now? Kumbhaja Muni. Shiva said, you should have asked me at least one time. You are calling Kumbhaja Muni. So what is there? Vaishnava, you only told, no? We should feed Vaishnava. No, at least one time you should have asked me. No, everything. No, I mean, he eats a lot. He takes a lot. Then Parvati says, why you bother? We have so many people who can cook. We have so many people who can serve. I can handle, no problem. When she says no problem, he says, okay, I'll go for my activities. And he goes for his sadhana as such. And now Parvati is confident. in her kitchen, different varieties are being started cooking. Okay, Kumbhaja Muni is coming. He is a Vaishnava, nice Vaishnava coming. So everything is arranged as such. Kumbhaja Muni came. Kumbhaja Muni arrived, and Parvati and the people, they gave a nice welcome, nice garland, and he was seated. Kumbhaja Muni is seeing when it is going to start, for what he has come. Okay, Mataji, वो तो सही है, ये तो सही है, but main teeth कहाँ है? Okay, as we also think. Okay, कब करेंगे महाप्रसादम? When we will sing Mahaprasad? So yes, everything ready. Then why late? So one is traku, nice plate made up of leaf is being set. Then from kitchen started with bucket. First some chutney, then some fry, some this. So one ladle, and they were going. Kumbhaja Muni, some prayer, and when he was about to start, Parvati Mataji told, "Can I put something more? Something more? You can put the whole bucket here." So that's why he is Kumbhaja. So whole bucket? Okay, no worries, I'll put the bucket here. And she put half of the bucket there, and half of the bucket. Buckets are there. Then by the time she went for the other dish there, this is finished. Okay, second dish finished. Okay, bucket after bucket it is finishing. This is really in form of Maha Prasadam itself. Finishing. Then cooking, our Nandi also there, everybody cooking. So cooking part is happening, serving part is happening, ration part is happening, cutting part is happening, everything tuck happening. Now this tuck to one extent it will end, and after that nothing is left. Okay, almost it was getting finished only. Then Parvati understood. That's why Shiva told, at least one time you should have asked me whom you are calling. Okay. Sometimes we should also, in a house when we are calling some Vaishnava, husband and wife both should discuss. It's not that in ecstasy she called 100 people and things become difficult. So Kumbhaja Muni reached, and Parvati understood something has gone wrong. She immediately starts praying Krishna. She starts immediately praying Krishna. On the name of Vaishnava, I wanted to do this, and this is happening, please save. So Krishna in the form of a small boy arrives. She understood he is Krishna. And once Krishna in the form of a small boy comes, okay, here and there, hilta dhulta, he came and he said, I want food. एक तो कुंभजा ऊपर से और एक ये. So already the ration is getting low and cooking is difficult. And one more, I have asked for help and this man has come and he says, I want food, and that too in a tantrum spell. So she can't stop also. Kumbhaja Muni is having, you can also have, come sit. Okay, come sit, fine. Sitting is fine, but now he says, no, I want to have in this istraku. That means on the same plate I will have. Okay, as the kids sometimes they do tantrums, I want to have in the same plate as uncle is having. Okay, uncle said, okay, small boy only, come. But don't wake late, because the way when they were talking and discussing, the food getting delayed. So Kumbhaja Muni is interested in the food rather than this boy's tantrums. Okay, chalo khao, dono khayenge. Okay, baithe. Okay, Kanha is sitting beside Kumbhaja, and nice scene. Kumbhaja Muni, the elevated devotee, and Krishna sitting over. And Parvati Mataji thinking, what is happening? I called him for saving me, and now he has also sat nicely. They say Basa Patlo, like sitting like this and standing. Iddhar Basa Patlo. Both are sitting in a position to eat nicely. Now this boy, merely he would have eaten or touched the food. What he does, he took the glass and washed his hand. So there is a shastra that when one of the guests washed the hands, the other should also stop. On top of that, what Krishna has done before washing the hands, he two gulp of water also he has drunk. That means now Kumbhaja Muni can't do anything. Water drank, done, and means wash the hands also there is. And once it is washed, then another guest should not. It's a shastra as such. If we see in today also in South Indian, this pandal when they put the bhandara, everybody will sit. And particularly this marriage ceremonies when they happen, and you have the feast as such. So they will put the table. They will put the table, and nowadays they will put some plastic type of cover so that easy to clean. Some plastic roll, it will go full. Okay, 4 or 5 tables will be around. Chairs will be Nil Kamal chairs will be there. So all from tent house those will become. Those will have lots of scars. Those chairs would have used for each and every function. Baby shower to Samgaya Upar and to Shadi, birthday, Srimantham, everything those chairs would be used. So all in one type. And Suchi Muchi no, full they have put it on. After that they will put the leaves. Once they have put the leaves, then the man comes with some water. So he will give, no water, glass itself, water. So this water they will sprinkle it nicely and sanitize or purify. Once that is put, from here it will start. The man will start with some chutney, okay, maybe cucumber chutney. So he will put and go some vada, some kesar. By the time this man reaches that side, the chutney is finished. Okay, that vada is finished. The next one will come. So by the time, it's not that all will have sit and they will do prayer and eat. No, it will start as such. And the best part is when it is curd rice. Curd rice is the last one. Majjiglu annam. Okay, so the rice for your curd. So when it is there, by the time this curd rice is finishing, people will be standing behind his chair. Why? Once you finish, so it's a bit of embarrassment that how much you will eat. Get up, man. Next people are also waiting. So such pandal will happen, and once washed, everybody gets up as such. And same culture in some of the Indian army officers' mess, if it is there, they follow as such. In fact, if it is a Western world also, some table manners and table etiquettes, all those things. When the senior has put the plate down, his spoon down, or the way you put your spoon and fork, that determines whether you are asking for more food or you have closed the plate as such. So here, Kumbhaja uncle for the kid, uncle can't do anything now because he is fully elevated and he knows the cultural rules, religious principles, that whether this boy knowingly or unknowingly, he, and 2 gulp of water, and he washed the hands in the same way. Now after he can't do any ha. So done. So he is a bit this thing. Then Kumbhaja saw at the Kanha, and then he understood this is not a normal kid. Okay, and then he comes aside and say, why did you do this? Okay, not even water for me. What is this, Krishna? Then Krishna assured, I will give you water. Don't worry, I will give you water. When time comes, full stomach, I will give you water. So that's how when Govardhana Hill episode happens, and when the torrential rain is happening, and pillar after pillar the rain is pouring, then says, Uncle Kumbhaja, come, this is the time. So that's why one of the episode is that Kumbhaja Muni could able to satisfy his thirst by drinking the water, rain water, what Indra was sending there. So in that way, so Krishna's pastimes is not unidimensional, it's very multidimensional. We never know where and how it happens. To understand that, we have to take the shelter of lotus feet of Krishna and Guru and Gauraranya. Then only we can understand as such. In that context, if we see, as we are seeing the gunas, we were talking about the 3 gunas, as a palm tree can be used in all the 3 gunas as such. The guna avtara, there is something called guna avtara. Brahma, Vishnu and Maheshwara are called guna avtaras. And these are the expansion. These are the expansion of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Krishna says that this is my divine energy. The modes of material nature are the part of my divine energy as such. So nothing can be bad in that. Nothing can be bad in that. Srila Prabhupada writes, he says that all of them are auspicious. That means all the 3 gunas are auspicious. Although sometimes we consider one quality of nature to be higher or lower than the other. The mode of ignorance or tamoguna is considered very much lower than the others. But in the higher sense, it is also auspicious. Srila Prabhupada gives the example that for a government there are various departments. One department can be educational department, another department can be criminal department, crime related department as such. But government cannot say, for outsider, criminal department is a negative as such. Educational department may be a bit positive as such. But for government, both are important. And whatever the financials are there, without discrimination, it has to distribute to both. In the same way, whether it is Satvik, Tamo or Rajas, all three are from the Lord. And the incarnations we are seeing, Brahma, Vishnu and Mahesha as such. So, it has to be seen in that way when it is circumstances allow us to do that one. It says that in that context, when we say classes society as such, when Varna and Ashrama we talk about, when all the parts cooperate with the whole, then whole flourishes. So they say that Varnas and Ashrama are religious and social division, created by the Lord Himself, to process on that part. Brahmanas, Kshatriyas and Vaishyas and Sudras are respectively the mouth, arms, abdomen and legs of the universal form of the Lord. As long as they are engaged in the service of the complete whole, their position is secure. So, it cannot be seen from a one dimension itself, that this is just the class for division as such. Yes, down the line it is perverted, down the line it got perverted, that they started thinking that which is bigger, which is more superior as such, and the domination came. But we understand that it is created by Krishna itself in a proper way. And sometimes the debate starts that whether we need this type of classes or not in modern society. And they say because we have seen one particular class as such. Class as such is not a word, as a varna as such we can call, that dominates others. They say that we are the superior. And the domination has gone to such an extent that it becomes a sin on the humanity itself. And time and then people like Srila Prabhupada has come and opened our eyes. That means the division of Varna Ashrama is not based upon anything else. It is created by Krishna Himself, Karma Guna. As per your occupational and gunas, this is determined. Not that father is doctor, so son will also be doctor and his grandson will also be doctor. That's why they say, even on an analogy platform, if we say, if somebody is doctor and he says, you become doctor, you become doctor, you become doctor, instead of doctor, he becomes patient. Because his nature is different. He may be good with woodwork. He wants to become a carpenter and he can excel in that. But you become doctor, and he becomes patient one day. Okay. Maybe not outside, inside he becomes a patient. So in that way we see that every guna is different. Brahmana bandhu, Brahma bandhu, bandhuj. That means a person who is the son of a Brahmana but doesn't follow anything is a Brahmana bandhu. But he can't be considered as a Brahmana as such. And there are many examples where the interchange of these varnas has happened. Kshatriya has become a Brahmana, Brahmana has taken a Kshatriya and become a Kshatriya. Our Sudra has elevated to Brahmana's position. Vaishyas has come down to another platform. That is why we have seen. Okay. So it is not from a birth as such. It was never from a birth as such. But due to some jugglery of time and the selfish nature of administration, this thing has come into picture. So where the division has happened. And also, even since it is made by the Creator itself, if not one form, another form always exists. Maybe the words as such, Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya and Sudra doesn't exist, but at a subtle level, we see in work culture also different types happens. Some people will be investing, startups, nothing but Vaishyas as such. Some people will be CEOs, are advisor, financial advisors. What are they? They are advising from a material perspective of knowledge to some extent of Brahmana category of things. Some people are good in only physical work, executives. So in that way, not say straight if we say these words like Brahmana, Kshatriya, they may think that yes, this domination is there. And to some extent it's not wrong also. Since the class was divided so much that the oppression was so much on one class, one caste on another, or one varna or another, that the person, the looter, has entered to Indian from the north side and he went till Somnath and nobody could able to stop. Kshatriyas were not Kshatriyas, Brahmanas were not Brahmanas, Shudra was not Shudra, and Vaishyas forget. So nobody did their job. Okay. There was a episode where they talked the Kshatriya. The Kshatriya did not went to battle when the other person has attacked because there was no one to give him the slippers. Okay, he was lying on the bed and he has to, sir, the person has attacked. Okay, he has sat down, where are my slippers? And by the time the maid went and searched for his slippers and gave, the other attack happened and kingdom gone for 6. So this type of thing, the main reason of your division and the duties, the occupations, when it was given, if they would have attached to itself, then the thing flourishes. But in Kali Yuga, as we have seen, it takes a different dimension as such. Then we see that as Uddhava has reached here, and Nanda Maharaj is giving here in this shloka two examples. Although he glorified many other pastimes with respect to location, with respect to imprints, he is talking about 2 episodes here. Then the question comes, as in the starting of the class we have discussed, like has Krishna kept his promise? Because he told to gopis and the cowherd people that I will come back fast, I will come back really. At that time, the elevated devotees talks that Krishna cannot lie any time and his words doesn't go wrong any time as such. He says the message of Krishna coming to gopis is ye yatha mam prapadyante tams tathaiva bhajami aham. So the intensity was so strong for the remembrance of Krishna in each and everything. So Krishna has to reciprocate. And he reciprocated in the form of a message through Uddhava. And why Uddhava only? Why not somebody else? So it is a mercy. It is the mercy of Krishna on Uddhava. He is one of the elevated devotee. And at the same time, he has the material knowledge as such. Srila Prabhupada writes it, he says that why Uddhava is given it is because with the adjustment, with the material education what he had, Krishna wanted to him have also the pure spiritual knowledge, the pure spiritual experience. That's why he sent it to gopis. Otherwise, Uddhava means he is the direct student of Brahaspati, the teachers of priests in the heavenly kingdom. So Brahaspati, and he is so intelligent as such, then what is the need of taking him only to send? Anybody can go from his kingdom, but it was the mercy of Krishna as such. Now Krishna was present in Vrindavana. That's what the elevated devotee says, that in the form of bhava. His expansion was bhava expansion in Vrindavana. He never left Vrindavana. Then who was there in Mathura as such? Then they say that it is Prabhava and Vaibhava. Prabhava and Vaibhava incarnations, expansions were there. It is Vasudeva and Sankarshana. As such they were in Mathura and later in Dwarka, and that's called Prabhava and Vaibhava expansion as such. They say, and another reason why Krishna doesn't want to leave Mathura as such in the form as we are seeing is, now since he has killed Kamsa, the people who are related to Kamsa and friends of Kamsa are not going to sit quiet. Okay, now it's to sit quiet. In a way, some of the senior teachers, when they give the class, they say in a very jovial way that Krishna says, okay, business is done, now I am going. They say, where you are going? Okay, you have killed Kamsa, you think other people will be silent? They are going to come now. Okay. So if Krishna leaves Mathura and comes to Vrindavana, then they may attack on Vrindavana. This Jarasandha and Dantavakra and other people, they can come or here. So for the protection of people from Vrindavana, Krishna doesn't want to come in any of the other form. He only arrived in the bhava form as such. Now, we'll take a break here and I'll repeat today's verse and then we'll open the forum for question, answer and comment sessions. Text 24. Talatrayam mahasaram dhanuryastim ive bharat bhajanjakena hastena saptaham adadhat girim. Any comments or questions?
You said that Krishna lifted Govardhan hill and he showed so much of arrogance. Was he showing arrogance or was he trying to crush Indra's ego?
In different dimension, Mataji. Some people who are not towards Krishna Bhakti as such, who are hating Krishna as such, sometimes they say that, see the arrogance, why to lift like this? Okay, he could have lifted in another form as such. One is that. And second, as you have rightly said, yes, it is subduing the ego or telling the real position of Indra as such also, that I don't need anything else like lifting. Okay, just on a finger it is lifted and then the torrential rain. In both the ways. The first part is for the demonic people who says like that, and second one is definitely to subdue the arrogance of Indra. Would you close?
Yeah. Hare Krishna, one more question.
Yeah, please.
So, my question is like, as we know, like most of the people around Vrindavan and Mathura have seen Krishna. So they already know like he is the Supreme Court, or they just see him as like normal people?
Nice question, Prabhu. We'll see from, because this question is very common one, but the answer best what we can see from the Acharya side. So one of the way Acharyas, how this explains is, definitely one simple answer, which is true also. The truth form of the answer is, Yogamaya covers it and sometimes it doesn't cover, sometimes it covers so that they can relish the pastimes as such. But one beautiful example, analogy also, they say that as a pot of milk is there and it is covered with some thatch, the grass is being covered, and if I am not wrong, it is being told by Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur Acharya as such, that when a pot of milk is covered with the straws as such, sometimes one straw goes into it, and when they heat it up, the movement of the straw is sometimes it's cup up and sometimes it goes down, sometimes it settles down and sometimes suddenly it comes out. So in the same way he compares this with the Leela of Krishna. Sometimes they remember, they come to know that he is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Narayana himself. They remember Garga Muni's saying when he is making horoscope that he is Narayana, demigod as such. And sometimes they say no, he is our Kanha as such. So it's both the ways.
And second part is connected to the first one only. Like as they say, like whoever see Lord Krishna, like 21 generation of he will be like liberated. So in that situation also it happens, or?
Yeah, I'm not so elevated to comment on that, but definitely Krishna's darshan means it matters a lot. It's not only one. We have seen in the case of Narsimhadev episode or Dhruva's episode, when Dhruva is got and when he is going, his mother is also going. Or in Narsimhadev's episode when Prahlad Maharaj, his generations are lifted on these things. So taking the base of that, we can definitely see on that. Exactly 21 as such, we may not be able to say unless and until it is there. But definitely there is an effect on that.
Okay, thank you.
It's not necessary to see Krishna. Even if you practice Krishna consciousness, you become a devotee of Krishna. And they say 10 generations before and 10 generations after. A few variations are there. It is not that seeing Krishna is not important. Becoming a servant of Krishna is important.
Okay, Prabhu? We close, Prabhu?
Okay.
Srimad Bhagavatam ki,
Yeah.
Srila Prabhupada ki.